We all know that one person who makes everything about themselves. You can tell them a story, and somehow they always end up talking about what they do. Well, you can't put your finger on it, but you always leave their conversation scratching your head. Well, recently, verywellmind.com wrote an article on how to spot these covert narcissists. The article states a covert narcissist is someone who craves admiration and importance as well as lacks empathy towards others, but acts in ways to cover up their narcissism.
Jeez.
Woo, that was a mouthful. Okay, do you know any covert narcissists and how to spot them and how to handle them? I'm not gonna say a covert narcissist, but my son, Jade, you know, as a mom, you want your kids to be confident.
Yeah.
He is too confident. We were on vacation this summer, and we were talking to him, and we were like, Jazz goes, you know, Jade, you're so cocky. And I said, you can be confident, but you can't wear it on your sleeve.
Right.
It's great that you're confident. And Jax goes, you're a narcissist. And Jade goes, what's that? So he looks it up in his phone and he shows it to Jade, and Jade goes, oh yeah, I'm a narcissist. And we're like, no,
no,
you don't want to be a narcissist.
Badge of honor.
No. So I think there's a thing about confidence, but I think it's when it gets to cocky, when it gets to only about you, then that's a narcissist. Does that make sense?
So when you say a person who makes it all about them, then I think about what's the difference with that and a sociopath. Because a sociopath will make other people feel bad, right? And not and not absorb any of it that's their own fault, I think.
Right.
So narcissists, you said confident. Are narcissists confident, but then only about them and they don't care about the
it's
world?
more
It's
about
their
being
grandeur.
excessive. It's about, they really don't care about anybody else, okay? But this is where the covert part comes. Like, say if you're in a relationship, they'll draw you in because they, you know, they act like they like you and they'll be charming and everything, and then you get into the relationship, and then all of a sudden,
they start chipping at you.
They just cut off worrying about you, and it's all about themselves, and they're more excessive.
And that's where gaslighting and stuff comes in, right?
Exactly. And say like something happens to you, like if you're doing something really good, and you know, you go to your partner and you go, you know, babe, you know, I got this promotion. Yeah. Oh, good for you.
Oh.
That's
because you can't be higher than that.
I have heard, even though I don't know the exact definitions, I have heard that narcissists specifically prey on empaths.
Yes.
Like that's the thing. Like they specifically, and the difference I heard between a narcissist and a sociopath is that narcissists are very selfish, like everything is about them, and they believe that they are the greatest thing. They will actually like fantasize about their own grandeur, like I'm so talented, or they'll walk into a place and go, oh my God, I walked in there, and let's say there's a celebrity. The celebrity there was staring at me, looking at me, like definitely wanted to be me.
Misreading things to making it all about
and you're like,
I see now.
They literally just walked past you and happened to glance at you. No, they were looking at me and definitely wanted my whole outfit, definitely were thinking that I was better, like making up these things. They fantasize about how great they are.
They have a sense of exaggerated sense of importance.
There we go.
They expect to be recognized as superior. They monopolize the conversations. They belittle or look down on people they perceive as inferior. They have a sense of entitlement, and they exaggerate their achievements and talents.
So, sociopaths, from what I understand, they lack emotional development. Like they don't have emotional intelligence.
Empathy.
They have no empathy. So they could literally watch someone hysterically crying, going through something. And you know how we have guests on here? If you cry, I'm starting to cry. Because I feel something. These people literally...
They don't have that human connection.
They almost have to learn how to pretend to care because in real life, they do not care.
Right. And a lot of times we have friendships.
So wild.
We're not just like relationships, but actual friendships. Like, you know, I know girlfriends that I've had to let go because you try to help them, but it gets impossible. Where it's like they're not even caring about you. And so it's all about them. But you love their friendship so much. And they're usually very smart people. Very smart, very cunning. So that's why you want the friendship. But then eventually one day you'll realize I'm not getting anything out of this. And so you gotta let it go.
Guys, is there help for this?
And can a narcissist...
It's called therapy.
You think that it is something that, I know this sounds so dumb, but is there a cure for this?
It's therapy. I think a lot of times it's something in that person where how they grew up, there's been some type of trauma, and they need therapy to understand that they're not being social or they're not being correct with their friends and their family.
Wow.
I want to hear from you guys. If you guys actually had an encounter, or if you know somebody in your life that's a narcissist, please like drop it in the comments, because I know this clip is gonna go somewhere, because I really want to hear these stories, because I can't picture what that type of person is like, and maybe I know one, but I haven't really
give us examples.
realized it. Yes.